Tell me who you with.
I'm with theshiver.com. We're a recruiting-based website based around KU sports. So we do basketball and football.
Okay, great.
Talked to about 13 of your incoming recruits yesterday, and I'd say a significant portion of them, your name kept coming up. What exactly are you doing to lure these kids to Kansas?
Well, I think Kansas sells itself. Our jobs as coaches, you build relationships with young people, which oftentimes jumping in like we did here, some people have long-standing relationships with guys and others. We represent the University of Kansas. When you get them on campus, you see a great commitment on the university's part.
So, obviously you have to be proud of the class you ended up with yesterday.
Yeah, we are very pleased because we've helped our team.
So, is there anybody out there that, I don't know if you can talk specifically about guys, but...
You'd like to ask me to name my favorite child if you do that. Pick one.
But is there any sense of anybody that got away? Anybody you're disappointed that you didn't get in here?
We're excited about the guys we got.
Cool, fair enough. It looks like you guys, there was a definite plan on positions you guys were looking for and different certain needs. How much of that was what part did you play in trying to fulfill your needs, and how much was it just Coach Weiss coming to you and saying, hey, we need these guys, we need these guys?
Coach Weiss sets the needs, and I think he leaned on Coach Mitchell for our roster and our team in the beginning. And I jumped into those discussions when I came aboard about those types of things. And we tried to build our board accordingly. We obviously identified defensive line as defensive front as a need of ours. So once Coach identified that, then we set ourselves up to try to fit that need. And defensive backs in a conference that plays so much spread was something that we had a need, for. So in the quarterback position, Coach had established as a need. So those types of things, when you can't fill all your needs in one class, probably. It's still an ongoing process here a little bit for us in the next few weeks, and then we get a chance to really get to know our players more as we move forward for us as we approach the future.
You look down the list, and I'm not sure. I'm sure assume you guys got your own rankings, but you look at like a Rivals.com or Scout.com, and you see almost all except with the exception of maybe one or two, at least the scholarship players. All almost unanimously 3-star recruits, kind of in that mid-range. Nobody, none of the 5 or 4, none really 1 or 2. All right in that mid-range. Was that a strategic plan by you and your guys to just try to build a base?
We pay attention to those rankings. We rank them ourselves.
Yeah.
We deem some young man to be someone that we believe in. He fits the criteria we want for that position, athletically, academically, character-wise, and we go out and recruit them. So we do our own evaluations and come up with our own rankings and proceed full speed ahead from there.
But there wasn't necessarily a plan to build a foundation first, and then maybe start going after, maybe like the kid in, Springfield or, some of those.
We go after what we believe are the best players, regardless of what other people rank them.
Cool, fair enough. What about the timing? You come in, obviously, Coach Weiss has had to not only come in, build a staff, go through the recruiting process, and then signing day comes up. You're talking about, 5-6 weeks there where you had to come in, set a staff, and get recruits.
It's full speed ahead.
How difficult is that for you, coming in as a guy that's, a big recruiter, and, one of your main, is that fair? One of your main jobs is recruiting here?
Yeah, obviously oversee it, coaching receivers and coordinating recruiting. Well, we're all in the same boat as everybody on our staff, so it is the one deemed the recruiting coordinator. My task with Coach Weiss is to set a plan up. And this is how we're going to proceed. And then be the guy to make sure we're staying on top of that plan and help direct some things. So there's not 9 people calling Coach Weiss in one day to ask questions, just one. And me talking to everybody else to go back to him. So he can get it kind of in a Reader's Digest version, I guess. That's the best way I put it to him. So just staying on top. Things happen faster because we are we just got here and we're just going. Okay, as opposed to year from now, when we've built the relationships with people, we have kids in December, kids in January, guys committed already, we move it up. But still, I think recruiting is still a frantic pace. We move at a more manageable pace next year at this time.
A lot of these guys I talk, obviously there were some guys that, like you said, had relationships with, Coach Mitchell or Coach Wyatt, and had already built those relationships over a period of time. Whereas, a lot of the guys I talked to yesterday as well were, just guys that, Kansas really wasn't even on the radar until about 3-4 weeks ago. I mean, how do you make up that distance from other programs that have been establishing those relationships for a year, 2, 3?
You're not going to make up the relationship part. What you have to do is gain their trust, and then you have to get them to understand the great virtues of the University of Kansas, university and the football program. Get them to invest in that, and that's what we did.
So you didn't, you guys did a pretty good job in just that short period of time. I mean, how much more do you think you'll be able to benefit next year from being able to have, if you can do that much in this period of time, how much are you going to be able to do?
Hopefully we should continue to get better. We do. As we move forward.
Cool.